I'm trying to make Titanic Exiles work, but it looks okay. It's not like the worst thing. Um, these maps definitely feel pretty good with it, but they're also way harder to run. Like it's insane how much more difficult they are to run. Um, with the 8 mod maps, I'm trying to since you farm so many of them while doing Abyss, which I'm like starting to question Abyss a little bit. It doesn't really feel that good to me anymore. Um, since you farm so many 8 mod maps, I'm kind of thinking about doing a Wildwood skipping strat. It's kind of what I'm thinking. I just don't know how realistic that is. I pretty much solved the why is this guy taking so much damage? I pretty much solved the build. I just needed to get a big block shield. That was really all I needed to do. I played it with self-wearing Dorianis and the big resist ring. I ended up switching out the item rarity and dropped it down to 300. And then that was going really well on the 8 mod maps, but it wasn't doing too good in the 16.5s. The 16.5s are just significantly more challenging, but they're also so much more rewarding. I knew that volatile core was going to kill me. I'm messing around with this here. I think this might be a little bit overlooked. Kind of makes me want to do the map bosses last, especially if I'm skipping for Wildwoods. Um, they did that, and I want to say they dropped like fucking 200 uniques. It was insane during a Wildwood map. Yeah, look at that shit. That's not even a Wildwood map. That's fucking insane, dude. I think that passive might be a little bit overlooked on the Atlas tree for sure. These are all junk though. Do I have like my full? What's going on here? Oh, okay, I do have a bunch filtered out. Um, yeah, it's kind of insane. Yeah, I think I mean I'm just kind of getting into this, but I think this is kind of I think it's worth saving the boss till the end with this, especially if you're wad with skipping because they get the wisp scarab, and then I don't know how much wisps they're getting for it, but it seems to stack on top of all the others. Pretty much every map I have is really deadly. This one looks okay, except I think the poison might be a little bit rough for the spectres. But I think my thought process is basically if the 8 mod drops with maps, then I just put it aside and I'll run more Abyss with it. I think I accidentally turned off my Chaos Orbs too. But if it drops with maps, I'll just run Abyss with it to get more 8 mods and more 16.5s and shit. Oh, I didn't turn them off. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, my lightning resist is... Oh, that's right. No wonder I've been getting my ass kicked by that one guy. I forgot I reforged my resists out to do the other version of the build where I was self-wearing Doriani's. This Tempor bubble is still such a problem. I don't even think it's worth actually killing. Next time I die, I gotta remember to reforge my lightning resist. Um, Sorry, I'm kind of inspecting this map while trying to go through the thoughts of what I'm doing. But basically, um, if it's 16.5, I run it and I just run the entire thing. Uh, if it's just a regular 8 mod map, then I think I'm gonna Wildwood skips on it because they don't seem to drop quite enough for me to feel like it's worth it. So I think I'm pretty much just gonna be doing Abyss with a risk corruption, and then I'll stack up shit tons of 8 mod maps. You get like 30 per Abyss you do, and then I'll use those maps to do Wildwood skipping. And I think as long as the scarabs stay as cheap as they are, it still should be viable. Um, Kind of the plan. See how well it actually goes. I got my Penance brand up. I put about a mirror into him, and he just kind of sucks. I don't know. He's okay, but he's definitely not Titanic Exile viable yet. Um, yeah. I've got another mirror, but I'm not really sure what to upgrade on him first yet. Uh, and I don't think I have enough to buy a mirror item yet, anyways. All right, I need to solve this map. They're just getting obliterated by poison right now. Oh, well, it's tough. I actually can't give him poison resist. Never mind. It's probably because they couldn't leech on that one that had the temporal bubble up, I would guess. Oh my god, I did it again, dude. One lone forged frostbear. The fact that you can't clean out your spectre pool is so frustrating to me. I just don't want anything else in my spectre pool, but having to league start this, I get so many random specters in there. It would be so much better if I could just leave the spell out, go in and mass summon. But it is what it is. Lost my curse gem somewhere too. I don't know where the hell I put it. I only have about 200% rarity right now. Because I didn't feel like, dude, the fucking 16.5s are just insane. Um, I didn't feel like swapping back to self-wearing Doriani's with the big MF ring that I had. My plan was to run the Penance brand through it, but he's a little worse than I thought he was going to be. I don't think this is worth anything anymore. 40 chaos. None of those guys were in there? That's insane. It was almost a kind of nice ring. ended up finding a pretty insane Eyes of the Great Wolf. I think it's like worth 300 divine. I pretty much got the best one possible. Is this the putting exiles in a bottle? No, this is something else. I'm just trying like old school exiles. I can't do it, dude. The minions just don't hit him in the that right there is one of the biggest reasons I wanted to go for the Penance brand is because the Tempora bubbles when you run Titanic of Legend is just so consistent, and the spectres really struggle with them since they try to run out every single time. I have 2 left. It's insane because they have no chaos resist and they can't leech for themselves since they can't shoot through the bubble on the poison map. I might just have to filter out cannot or poisons. I think it's the only thing they're really dying to right now. And unfortunately, my Timeless Jewel blocks off the Chaos nodes that I could take to combat it. How you craft +2 minion damage wand? You go here to Craft of Exile. Select all spell skill and minion. Fossils. Compute best selection, and it'll tell you the 4 fossils to use. I want to say it's metallic, jagged, corroded, and shuddering. I'm pretty confident in that, but I always double check. And then after that, you lock prefixes, and then Veiled Chaos Orb to get the increased attack and cast speed. If you go back, like way back in my videos, like almost to the first ones that I started, it was I think it's 410% Rarity Spectre Craft Guide. Shows how to craft almost everything in the build. It's from the perspective of self-wearing the Dorianis, but a lot of the same items are used in this. Okay. Yeah, I think it's official. I can't do poisoned. It just doesn't work. Without being able to give them chaos resistance, they're just getting obliterated. There's a couple of these I'm pretty sure I can't run. Well, not that I can't run, but I know that like this one is just gonna destroy me. Actually, both these are pretty tough, but they've got a lot of currency on them and scarabs, so I'm gonna try them anyways. I don't really have super high hopes for them. The one at the cannot do damage for 3 seconds is gonna be especially tough. These are like 8 chaos each right now, 8 or 9. Man, the Zealotry Wrath Mercenary is so nice, right? Like it's obviously so good for the aura. Oh yeah, I'm saving these guys to lay in. That's right. So nice for the aura, but like he stays so far away. He I really like the melee one a hell of a lot more. just for getting the Dorianis close to the enemy. Something is stunning the shit out of me. Like I don't think he's the Dorianis is near any of these guys. They're surviving for so long. 16.5s are fucking insane. The other part of me is just like maybe I shouldn't even skip Wildwoods. Maybe I crashed my game. Oh, just pressing my alt key on accident. But maybe I don't even try to skipping Wildwood shit. Maybe I just farm endless 16.5s to do this on because these are just absolutely fucking insane. Some of them, not all of them, are like, raining divines like this, but I must have rolled a good Wisp Scarab along with the currency as well. But that's definitely a viable strat too, right? Just like run Abyss like you normally would, and that pays relatively well, and then just all your currency 16.5s. You run Titanic Exiles on, even if the Wildwood skipping strat doesn't end up paying off. But I want to do Titanic Exiles more than not, so I'm kind of hoping that the Wildwood skipping will do well as well. These are really really tough maps though for sure. You planning on building anyone else or sticking with this character? I will build. I already built something else. I have a penance brand build with about a mirror in it that I did on Sunday. He's just not good enough for exiles yet, but the plan is to get him good enough to run these exiles a little bit better than my. Well, it'll end up being a lot better. Damn, there's a currency dupe right here. That sucks. Yeah, the plan is to get him to be the one running these exiles. Um, but even with Amir in him, I don't know. He's just like not. He's not there yet. That sucks to get currency dupe at the very end. Pride. I just put on my map, so didn't I? 266, but negative 20 to all res, negative 25% less defenses against project Titanic Exiles. Also increased damage, increased area of effect, and projectiles. There's no way we survive anything there. But I'll send it. Players deal no damage. It's very annoying. And poison on hit. Man, I really don't want to run poison on hit, but 210% currency is a lot. How is the profit? I'm just kind of getting into this now. Um, I think the biggest problem is like 8 mod Titanic Exiles is very different than like 8 mod Abyss. Like Titanic Exiles are just very deadly. RFL, I'll send it. Sometimes you just gotta go. I'm pretty sure half these are I'm gonna six portal them, but I'm okay bricking some maps. I kind of just want to see what the loot looks like on average. Oh, I forgot I can use the memories too. I should definitely be using the yeah. This is what probably a negative 36 to all. Yeah, this is a death one. Especially that what is it, spectral throw or whatever that guy's exceptionally brutal. I think I'll probably skip him for now. Especially with multi-proj. I think if I get hit, pretty much I'm dead on this map. You get a new cursor. Something with bright colors. Like bright purple or something. I lose my cursor so much. What build would you recommend for Exiles with a 1 mirror budget? Probably this one, to be honest. There's not much that beats this for the mirror price point. Um, but I say that as somebody who doesn't really play melee builds. Some melee builds will definitely beat it, I think. Like, I just don't really play them, so they're a little out of my element. I'm not a melee fan at all. But yeah, for just like straight power level, I think for 1 mirror, this build is it's probably up there with some of the best ones that you can use for it. Um, the, I'm, these maps look bad because well, the maps are bad. Like negative 40 max all res on any build with fires 3 additional projectiles, increased damage. Like everything on this map removes 9% of life on hit. It's just a super deadly map. I'm worried about this one too. Fuck. Keep doing that. Scarab's currency. It's a rough one. I guess until I'm ready to do this wildwood skipping, I can put these, open my inventory up a little bit. Did I prefer currency or scarabs for the abyss farm? Early on, I was rolling currency chisels, like before the whole 8 mod stuff came out. I was using currency chisels and definitely preferred, I'm sorry, scarab chisels, and definitely preferred scarabs. But now I don't even want to touch scarabs. Scarabs are horrible. I just went through into my filter and turned half of them off. I'm losing everything again because of the poison. I think it's just unrunnable on Titanic Exiles. Yeah, I think the strats I'm looking for now with the rising cost of the Divine Orbs, I'm pretty much just looking for strats to drop Divine Orbs, honestly. Divine Orbs are Mage Bloods. The Breach one looks good. Um, yeah, this is over. I'm good on the poison ones. They just don't work out on Exiles. I was gonna run it again and see if that other map was just a one-off, but no, they don't have enough chaos resistance. This build would be okay against that breach strat, which it looks like that drops a lot of divine orbs. But it won't be as good as Penance Brand, especially like a fucking 5 or 10 meter Penance Brand. It has um it has really good clear in almost every situation, but in something like Breach, where there's just like 1,000 monsters packed together, you don't pierce enough to hit all of them. So you have to kind of like break through 5 waves deep at a time, sort of. Which breach strat? I think Fubgun put one out where they were dropping like 25, 30 divines in an hour or something like that. Oh, this is minions don't deal damage for 3 seconds. Such a frustrating mod. My Merc is dead? Yeah, I just saw it when nothing was dying. I put it together. I think I can run the poisons in regular 8 mods, but it seems like it's not even the deadly modifiers. The exiles just seem stronger at 16.5s as well, like a lot stronger. I think I'm chewing through his energy shield, and then by the time I get through it, I can't deal damage for 3 seconds, and he recharges it. Okay, yeah, that's obnoxious. It's not dead, it's still alive. Yeah, I had to resummon him. Consumes petals to cause affected nearby monsters to not be able to drop items that can have rarity. So what does that mean? Currency only? I'll use a couple of those, I guess. I think everyone in pretty much everyone in hardcore is playing volcanic snaking, aren't they? Gotta imagine that one's probably pretty good for exiles as well. Oh, nice. Does it have any value this league? Nope. I also had to take off my minions are aggressive. Wand, which sucks. I could see him stop attacking all the time. Where's this Great Wolf I got? I can drop the price. I almost max rolled this thing from Exiles. You find one of these like every other map. It feels like get them all the time. Big amulet though. Maybe you're doing something wrong. Maybe you put 200 div into the volcanic guy. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know why. I've just never enjoyed melee builds, so I don't pay much attention to them. I don't know what's going on with them. I've looked at basically no POBs, not in depth at least, for the snaking build. What's up, Stray Cat? How you doing, man? I think there should be a couple in here. I kind of want to get off this map though. The no damage is so brutal. All right, maybe I'll do the rest of the shrines or rituals. I mean, dude, Titanic Exiles is so fun. I don't get why are 16.5 is just so much better than the 8 mod ones. Like the currency, I understand. Oh, it's because their pack size is a lot bigger too, by quite a bit, 60% instead of 40. I see. That makes sense. Dude, I do all this damage to them, and then my minions stop dealing damage, and they just heal back. It's insane. I need to put my curse back on. I didn't realize their pack size is so much bigger. That makes complete sense why they're so much better now. Okay. So maybe the 8 mods just aren't worth running. Maybe I only run the 16.5s then. Who are we attacking? I'm really tempted to go back to a melee merc, especially for the Titanic Exiles, because the Dorianis is not in range very, very often. And I don't think Doriani's not being in range is better than an extra aura. Like a lot of these guys, they attack and then they sprint halfway across the map over and over and over again, and the mercenary just doesn't keep up with them. I'm not doing the last ritual. The no damage is driving me insane. That's a no damage as well. That's a poison. I think I just need to regex those two out. I'm not trying to do 10-minute maps. I wish I had more experience on Penance Brand from like a more budget situation. It seems crazy to me that the character wouldn't be pretty damn good for one mirror. I've heard of people saying that it's like that though. Like you need multiple mirrors for it to be really, really strong, which is kind of my experience with it. I mean, I went in, I want to say with like 5 mirrors. I haven't really played it below 5 mirrors, but around that range, it feels like one of the best builds you can play in Titanic Exiles. But the mirror price is like through the ceiling right now. It'll be a long ass time before I get there, I think. Any clue what you should build an animate guardian for a penance brand? I have one on mine, but he just keeps dying over and over again, so I need to change mine up. But I know for sure you probably want to put a kingmaker on him, right? I would think that's a given. Um, gives you fortification, crit, culling strike, and rarity. I can't imagine anything is better than that for an animate guardian. But I need to redo his body armor and probably the helmet to keep him alive a little bit easier. Wilma helmet. Yeah, I think that's the thing I need to do with him is redo his helmet and his body armor because he's getting crushed. But aside from the Kingmaker, probably do brittle on the boots. I would think as well. How's the strat so far? Um, it seems insane, but it's very hard. The tier 17 modifiers that are generally dangerous are like significantly more dangerous on this. But when you can't clear the maps, I mean, it looks pretty damn good to me. But I think to do it really well, you're looking at like a multi mirror setup on something very tanky. I'm dropping a lot of pretty decent tier uniques. I don't think it's long before Mage Blood running this. Especially if I can get the Pen Sprint going. I have 300% rarity on him right now. Once I get the defense and damage, and I can run these relatively quickly, I think this will be really insane. And then I'll probably just use my Necromancer to clear Abyss maps, because he's easier to do that with. And he goes a little faster as well than Penance Brand can, I think. And then I'll swap over to Penance Brand to run the Exile maps, I think is likely what I'm going to end up doing. Oh, I lost my guy. That sucks. I need to fix him too. I have some very terrible gear. Yeah, I need to get a new helmet. Damage is really, really rough with without the Merc. I lose 2 auras as well as the lightning resist. That's pretty bad. It sucks too because I think this is a ruckus map. I'm almost certain it is. But I don't think I'll be able to complete without the mercenary. Yeah, they're just not dying quick enough. It's a no-go. There's a bug that 16.5 8 mod maps only drop with tier 17 modifiers. Is it a bug or is that just the way it's supposed to be? There's a lot of exiles here. This might be ruckus too. These guys are tanky as shit, dude. I need like 300 million DPS for this to feel good, I think. Yeah, they mentioned in new patch notes. Oh, they're gonna fix it? Oh, that sucks. Or did they already fix it? Yeah, that'll make a big difference in the strategies. I mean, having them only roll tier 17 is why all these strategies are so good when you farm them on 8 mods. 16.5s is because it's just nothing but currency scarabs and big pack size. I need to turn off my other unique maps. What's my fire resist at? Oh, I'm not even close to being able to click that. I think especially when I was playing around the Penance brand, your mercenary is like basically never in range. I really do think having to go back to, I might have to go going back melee. I have to find a new spectre though, or mercenary for Penance brand. So the one I have is determination, which I'm definitely not using on trickster. You try and keep these guys in the ritual this time. Somehow they got out of the other one. I mean, yeah, this looks pretty damn good. Pulsa, Prophecy Wand, another Ornate Quiver. These are some pretty rare uniques. I wouldn't be surprised if you found a Mage Blood like every 50 to 100 maps doing this. Just getting the quantity. Getting that many maps will be tough. The more that you can run of the 16.5s, the better. Any Mage Bloods? No, I haven't. This is kind of... It's not the first time I've done it, but kind of getting into the first times I've done it. The last time I was trying to do this on this build was not going well. I had to fix some things around. Or change some things around, I mean. Titanic Exiles were just deleting me. It's gonna be a busy ritual. No, dude. One shot me. Yeah, that's a big ritual. That sucks. I hope I don't lose the other one. I have one more. Something move around a little bit more. Anything was gonna kill me that soon. Oh, you know what it was? It was the fucking ritual, the ritual balls. I'm gonna be dead here because of the double, proximity shields. I should probably carry some blood-filled vessels to make this, like, really good, right? Are they still selling for insane amounts? This will be like a 6, I think. Yeah, I forgot the omens come in here. Probably checking that more often. Omens are really expensive this league. All right. I don't think these are gonna come close to what those are, so I'm probably I think I'll do the Wildwood skipping. The question is, do I run another? Do I run a Wisp Scarab or do I run more Exiles? Your Wildwoods don't get that big in this strategy. Like a really solid one is like 8k Wisps. So I feel like additional Wisps would be better. Kind of hard to say though. It's like really only half your Wildwoods are good when you do this too. But this one looks like it'll probably be pretty good. Um, this is taking me to yellow. I think that's west. Is this a false wall? Oh no, I'm fucked up here. I'm on the east side. I'm gonna brick this one. Oh, I'm in it. Oh my god, no wonder. Yeah, that was really bad. I'll still run this one. So I got blue, but definitely gonna need some practice at Wildwoods again. It's been a long time. Should be able to get to 3 every single time without an extension. I don't think tier 1 lightning resist is probably worth anything. You pretty much hit spell suppression or nothing, right? Not many fractures are worth a whole lot. Unless it's on a really good base. And the tier zeros are getting expensive. The difference between 16.5s and this is insane. So much easier too. I don't feel like anything can kill me in this compared to the 16.5s. Where's the rituals at? I just realized I had a good ritual like 10 maps ago, the one where it goes red and it gives you all the good shit, and I forgot to check it. I'm so bad about checking the rituals. This because back when I was doing this shit back in 3.25, I was just trying to go as quick as possible, and I got in the habit of just never looking. Because like 9,000 out of 9,001 never had anything worthwhile. I mean, yeah, okay. Especially considering a bricked Wildwoods. It's not bad. Pretty high tier currency. If I'd actually done that well, maybe the Wildwood skipping will be alright. I think that Wisp Scarab saved me there and giving me some extra shit. little bit of extra juice. Oh yeah, I'm skipping. What am I doing? Scares for this still cheap. Legend is one. The wisp scare will be the big one, right? If wisp gets expensive, then skipping becomes not. Ooh, it's going up, way up. If that gets too expensive, then you can't really skip and have it be viable anymore. I might buy more of those before it keeps continuing to go up. I have 32 divine. What's the best first piece to mirror on Titanic, or on Penance brand? Is it the chest? I feel like my survivability sucks. My damage is alright, but survivability is garbage. I feel like it's got to be the wands, right? Or at least one wand for the explode. I don't know how much you really take advantage of explode on exiles, though. My angle's bad now because of the walls. Is it more north? How's it not right there? I don't understand how it wouldn't be right here. Damn it, dude, really? This can't possibly be right. And now I've committed too hard. I can't get to the next one. My angle is bad, damn it. I don't think I make it to the next one without an extension. I dug around too much. It doesn't matter, realm restarting. Just have to go quick. This is a good one too. Purple, blue, and yellow. Yellow's pretty much worthless. I doubt this will be any good at all. By itself, it's worthless at least. No reroll yet. I did reroll. Yeah, I got a Penance Brand Trickster right now, but I need more currency invested. But I also fixed this guy to where he's doing these a lot better now. It's at least playable. Any tips on finding Nameless Seer? Yeah, finding Nameless Seer, you just gotta block everything. You block everything, um, because he like won't fit on your map if you have other league mechanics. Then you want to run all the shrine nodes, then run 4 domination scarabs or 5 domination scarabs, and then domination on your map device. You should find them within like 10 maps or so. All right, this guy running around is gonna try and kill as many as I can before this resets. Everything has a fucking temporal bubble on it. Running Shrine Atlas domination scarabs. And you still haven't found how many maps have you run? I usually find them within like no more than 15, but usually within 10. You also want to run a. I've heard you want to run high quantity and pack size as well. So like 5, 6 mod maps or 8 mods if you got them. Done. So wait, so now the new patch, the 8 mods won't drop with tier 17 modifiers. Is that what I'm understanding? Or are the patch notes on the website? Patch notes. It's these ones here, I assume. Lowering damage of mercenaries. Some stupid shit about challenges. Gilded beam width can no longer spawn on mercenaries as a support for unnerving. Okay. The memory of familiarity pedestal now converts all dropped and non-unique items to be of the same type. Previously, unique items would be converted to the same type as well. Oh, that's insane. So you converted what, like heavy belt? Now it's a mix of 16 and 17 instead of all tier 17 modifiers. Dude, that sucks so bad. Didn't block. I guess that's what I'll do. Oh yeah, you gotta block. So the seer won't fit on the map if there's other league mechanics. A lot of times, like you gotta block every other league mechanic. Take both sides and block literally everything. Damn, dude. I would have just been map farming like crazy. Oh man, that's such a bummer, dude. That's the reason why they were so good. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Fix a case where a tree could appear on top of the crafting recipe in precinct map. Oh, that's messed up, so you couldn't click it. That pissed me off so much on like League Start when you only have one of every map. How big of a change is that? It's massive. The 8 mod tier 16.5s, they were so rewarding because every mod that you got on them was a tier 17 mod. So like um if you go in and you look at the tier 17 mod pool, they all uh they all give you like, 90% more scarabs in area or 20% more quantity and pack size, uh, more maps, and they're just big quantity and rarity in general. 120% more currency found in area. Like all of your currency and scarabs come from tier 17 modifiers, and they were rolling 8 of them, and now it'll be a mix of these and other modifiers that will still increase quantity and pack size a little bit, but you're not going to have like the insane maps that we did. It's a pretty big change. I mean, it's a needed change. It shouldn't have been doing this in the first place, but it sucks. Probably start seeing people running tier 17s a little bit more. I mean, tier 17s were like basically dead, so it's a change that they needed to do, but it's definitely a bummer. What was so good about 8 mod tier 16.5? That's where some maps of currency and scarabs rolls weren't that good. Yeah, some maps, you know, some maps you can roll the ones that don't give you currency and scarabs, but there were also some that were like 400% currency and 200% scarabs. Like some were just insane. 8 mod bud fixed. We're cooked. Yeah, I was just looking at it. Sucks. I mean, they'll still be good, right? Like you can still roll tier 17 mods on them. They just won't be as insane as often, which means I'll have to farm more of them for the Titanic Exiles because there'll be a lot that are probably not worth running. And also, the reason they were so good with the Exiles there is because the pack size is big. And I wonder if you'll still get like that 60% plus pack size. Here's the Exile Slayer. I ended up hitting Onslaught. I bought the Power Charge ring and I rolled it around for. I spent a mirror on the first one and then gave up and sold it. And then now I bought this one for the same price as a regular charge ring. I was like, well, I might as well roll it a little bit. And I got Onslaught after like, I don't know, 200 divines or something. I was like, fuck it, I'm taking it. Rolling those sucks ass. Yeah, the gear's okay, but the weapons were super cheap to craft. I made these for like 5 divine. I was trying to buy them, but everyone was trying to sell them for like 50, 60 divine. I was like, what the fuck? It's all right. It's getting there. Um, got some work to do on it though. It's not quite Exile ready. So technically still drop with all tier 17 mods, just make it rare. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do some more Wildwood skipping here, and then I'm gonna go back to farming some maps. So I guess we'll see what they look like. I can't imagine it'll be anywhere close to as good. How much did it cost you to craft the helm? The helm I found a good deal on. The helm I bought. I've made a lot of those helms before, and it's almost always better to buy them because the way they usually work is like you miss most of the time, and then in order to keep them like a good deal for crafting, you have to sell the ones that you miss because you can. There's usually not a huge profit margin on them. And so like if you hit 1% crit, then you just finish the helmet off and you sell it as is, and you gotta just wait forever for people to come and buy them. Um, yeah, I don't like crafting those anymore. All right, I need to stop sucking at Wildwoods. That's what I need to do. I've skipped every single one this league. It's been like feel like 4 or 5 months since I've ran them consistently. That last one was so good too, man. Purple, blue, and yellow is like it's the dream every time. Somebody was saying that if you put one map as a map that's connected to your favorited map, that you drop significantly more maps, but I think they were baiting me. I don't think I believe them. I'm not seeing a difference. What are horrors? Horrors aren't usually the expensive part of that helmet. I mean, that is an expensive part, but yeah, 1 to 4. Yeah, it's pretty. That can become an expensive craft, and then mostly it's like the big part is doing the prefixes on it is fucking horrible, man. Like I just you have to sit there, you have to move your bench over to your shit and go and constantly craft stuff. Meta craft suffixes cannot be changed, and then exalt and no exalt. It's just it takes you like an hour or more. I've had them take like 3 hours to make, and it's like okay, so I just saved 30 divine. Could I have made 30 divine doing something else for 3 hours? Then the helmet wasn't worth it to craft, you know? Mm, I mean, this wall's making me feel like it's west, but oh wait, was it north? I fucking hate Wildwoods, dude. So we have a wall there and a wall there. I have no idea if I'm south or east right now. And there's a wall up here too when I went up, right? That's really far up. That was a whole ass false wall. Fucking insane. Went so far. What did I just click? Currency duplicated? Deal. I need to get to the blue. Fuck. Dude, that false wall went for like a mile. That's so sad. Hopefully at least get some uniques out of it, I guess. It's an absurd amount of purple juice. If I could have got blue with that, that would have been kind of insane. A lot of high tier currency. Maybe I got lucky my wisp scare rolled blue, I don't know. Unfortunate. Dude, this is like a fucking mirror dropping map if I would have got that blue. So much purple. I mean, getting the opposite, right? 8k blue and then like 2k purple would be better, but sometimes the purple will surprise you and just scales the shit out of your currency. I think I might need to run a shield on the Penance brand. Exiles are so much easier with a shield. This right here, that right there is why I go fucking minis are aggressive. Like, what are they doing? People always ask, like, why do you put that on? It's because of that shit right there. They don't ever do that when you have minions are aggressive. It's so annoying. Is Elemental Reflect a brick? Can you run it? Yeah, because your armor. Minions take 50% reduced reflected damage. And then, Soul of Yugal. Your mercenary will die unless you're, like, building him with deals only chaos damage or whatever. But if you're doing, like, strong boxes or Abyss or something like that, it doesn't really matter. You don't really even need your mercenary for that kind of content once your gear's in a decent spot. Am I streaming on Kick at the same time? Not that I'm aware of. You can equip replica Alberons on Merc. Yeah, you can. The only thing is, like, I kind of feel like your Merc does a lot of damage. But I probably will do something for the Reflect Immune at some point. It's just not really an issue for me right now. Like, if I run a Reflect map and the Mercenary dies, I don't. Doesn't really bother me. It's fine. You don't really need the damage on most farms unless you're doing something like this. The other problem is I built him based on leech, right? Like the 4% lightning leech is what's keeping him alive for me right now. And spell damage leeches energy shield, which I guess this would still work. Well, no, because he's not. He'd basically be doing no damage. So I'd have to rebuild into the recover life rings, and I had other shit I wanted to do more. I hadn't got around to crafting like a high-end merc setup yet. Where's this guy at? Oh. Dude, I'm getting rid of the damage. I don't want the damage anymore. I need aggressive back. You guys are actually driving me insane. I don't know if I'm feeling the Wildwood skipping. Because all the time I'm spending doing this, I could just be farming more 16.5 corrupted to run. And those are, so far from what I'm seeing, those are like 10 times the loot as this is. Well, they just got nerfed. Yeah, I mean, as long as the pack size doesn't get hit too hard, then they should still be a lot better. I think. And like, I can still pick and choose the currency ones, right? So like, I don't have to run any that I don't want to. I just farm more until I find like good ones, and then once I find some really good ones, then I'll only run those ones on Exiles, and the rest I don't know, I'll sell or get rid of. I'm trying to get the monsters down to under 50. Because I was messing around with this node a little bit. The I think this is kind of a sneaky node through exploration, especially if you already have Wildwoods and a Wisp Scarab on. So the bosses were kind of going a little crazy a couple of times, but I haven't done it enough to know like how worth it really is. And especially with the ritual here, I had to kill a couple of them so I could. Okay, yeah, now we're negative 36. So if this is good, then I'll be able to keep resummoning them, and I think they'll get to keep benefiting from that. I do believe, but they're just not taking any damage. Shit. I think I was mostly testing on 16.5s though, which just in general, I mean, some of those maps were dropping like 4, 5, 6 divines. Not seeing nearly the same success out of these regular 8 mods. Yeah, like a lot of uniques, but kind of whatever, right? It's dropping like T1s and T2s, nothing but T1s and T2s on the 16.5s. You need a good unique farm in SF because the setup is way too hard. Yeah, I feel like getting the build you need to do this in SSF would be pretty challenging. Um, what uniques you trying to find in SSF? The usual belts. I think apothecary, or I mean divination farming is probably your best bet in SSF for that. Find one and then gamble. Pearl's Fur is not anything, is it? Well, it's not even Pearl's Fur. What am I thinking? Yeah, I don't think I care too much for the 8 mod skipping, the Wildwood skipping. I think it's 16.5s or nothing, based on what I'm seeing. I might reconsider that once the Exile, the Titanic, the fucking Penance brand is up. Keep calling the Penance brand Titanic. And I can run these maps in like, 3 minutes or whatever. Or maybe 5 minutes, I guess, with the Wildwoods. Find one, then poof it? Yeah. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know if I finished my thought, but yeah, I think in SSF, that's pretty much what you got. Find an apothecary and then gamble it and pray. Unless you're going to play, like, if you're going to SSF for a whole league, then you could possibly find 5 of them if you grind like crazy, but I don't know. That's a lot of apothecaries to find. It's pretty damn rare. Alright. Yeah, I'm good on the Wildwood skipping. It's not the move. Oh, shit. Okay, so do I turn 8 mods off? Or do I save them to run later for Wildwood skipping when I have a faster character that can do it? I kind of can't stand farming. I need to see what these. I need to see what these new 8 mods even look like. Everything could be bricked now. Also, I need to see what kind of pack size they drop with. You might get like, it might be too infrequent that you get good ones for this to be worth it. Risk. 100% maps. Where did I put all my corrupted ones? Oh, here we go. It's a really annoying one. I don't want to opt in for minions to deal 50% less. Or roll it with risk than whatever, but alright. See how bad it is, I guess. I need to put my quartz flask back on. And go back to no stun. Both those things are going to drive me absolutely insane. Is the server going down? Yeah, it already updated already. I'm tempted to take Chaos Orbs off my filter at this point. At least single drops. 250 per Divine is kind of insane. I really think either that new breach strategies, I'll have to check that out and see how my build does with it as far as being able to like full clear the breaches. It should do halfway decent, but it seems like for it to be profitable, you got to do an absolutely insane one. Like your build has to be really insane at it. But I'm really thinking strong boxes might be the play. Just because it drops a lot of raw divines as well as Valdos and divination cards that convert in divines. Whereas the bulk of this currency was coming from scarabs. And scarabs now are basically worthless. But aside from them being worthless, like they sell for chaos orbs, which are also worthless. How did my minion die? Oh, reflect. Or my mercenary, not my minion. And then also with them being one divine, you can go so fast with this build in containment, like 5 minute maps. 48% pack size. That one's 53. Oh no, it's not what I wanted to see. I think the exiles will still be good, but that's significantly lower. I'll have to cherry pick high pack size maps, I guess. What's the best? What's the best? Just like 8 mod corrupted 16.5 farming strategy. Is there anything where I can drop like 5 or 10 a map? Does anything like that exist? Would you do 16.5 or 17 for containment? I don't think it matters. 17 is probably better if your DPS is good enough for the tier 17 bosses, because the like I think doing ziggurats right now is very good if your DPS is high enough for ziggurat boss to be fast, because the uber fragments are still really valuable and the maps are like free. It's basically like, I don't know, it was basically like a free divine every map, but I think with the chaos orb changing, I don't know, it depends if they go up with the chaos orb or not. I haven't looked. But Katarina drops the best fragments the most often. It's not just 16.5 that dove chaos so far. Sanctum is dead. These are huge parts of why divs were so common back then. Um, I don't know. I mean, nobody using their chaos orb, so roll tier 17 modifiers is pretty big. Like, I think that's got to be the biggest factor. I thought Sanctum was getting more popular. I thought I started seeing more people running that. All right, let's see. 53% pack size is still pretty good. 76% pack size. Okay, I think we could be all right. Certainly a lot less scarabs and currency on these so far, though. I think I'm gonna use kite shield, but 29% is a lot, really high. Level 46. I don't know. I thought kite shield was a little bit better than that. See, so 76% pack size. Unfortunately, it's negative 20. But with 70% currency, like, that'll probably be a monster Titanic Exile map, I bet. Aside from the fact that it's negative 40 all res. And then these two would be terrible, I think. Yeah, the only thing with containment is I really want to play more of these exiles. Like, when you do the 16.5 exiles, it's like the most insane currency and uniques ever. I think, like, I'd probably find a Mage Blood relatively common, I would have to imagine, on the 16.5s. But I don't know. 8 mod maps, Fub Gun 1 is great. I ran it, pretty much sustains itself with 8 mods. Well, I don't want to sustain myself with 8 mods, I want to sustain Titanic Exiles. Like, I'm really just running Abyss because I can make currency with it while farming 8 mods, and then I want to use my excess 8 mods for Exiles because I think Exiles might be the best currency in the game still. It's just getting the maps is kind of a nightmare. I mean, I guess I could just buy them too. That's an option as well. So far, everyone I've done has dropped like 3+ divines, I feel like. So even if I had to pay like a divine for each one, it'd probably be alright. Not saying they're dead. Not only did they nerf div drop rates, but they also introduced original sin div card. Yeah, that's true. Um, I don't know. I mean, I know like Sanctum is massive in the beginning of a league, and people play it throughout the whole league, but I feel like the majority of people get away from it by that point, right? Like towards like this stage of the league. 49% pack size again. Yeah, they're still gonna be okay. They're fine. I'm really feeling a lot less confident about my exiles though. Like I think I'd probably have to hunt down maps, go buy them off of trade most likely, which is not. I don't generally do strategies like that ever. Use the trade site as little as possible. Damn, it was so promising too. Yeah, the breach one looks good. I should try it just because it's dropping so many so many raw divines. The only thing that stopped me from doing it is I watched Fuggun's video on it, and it seemed like he wasn't able to do the best on it. I think he had to rebuild for full AOE. And, you know, he's got 6 meters in his build or whatever, so he's got a very strong build. And Penance Brand is also probably the best build you can do for Breach. So I just don't know if I would get enough value out of it for it to be good enough on Wretched Defilers. Scarabs. And the pack size still looks good. Do one more and then hopefully get some maps that are runnable for Exiles again. Be right back. What would be... How could you farm the most maps in the game? The most 8-mod corrupted maps. What would be like the best? I'm talking like 10 plus originator maps. Every map. That's what I need. After Poop Butt's video, Mana Storm Shield drop from Tier 17 Citadel boss is now 20 Divine for any role. Really? Well, 20 Divine is not worth running Citadel for me. But that is pretty insane. Knowing my luck, I'll run like 30 of them, and I won't get it. And then when it finally drops, the price will be back to 2 Divine. Or 30C, yeah. $30C to 20 div. I saw the video too. I didn't look at it. I was probably going to check it out. Self-farming containments. Might run some strong boxes, honestly. Thanks for the build guy. That was one of the most reclined campaign runs. Yeah, dude, it's getting to like 30. I always forget if it's 31 or 32, but getting to that point is kind of annoying. And then once you get to it and you can put on the Wraith Lord, oh man, there's no better way to play the campaign. I can't wait to make the 200 div version build today. Just 11 jewels left to roll. Why do you need 11? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, because you're gonna go for the belt. Watching Jay's crafting videos makes it look easier. Everything, all crafting is easier when you have lots of currency to throw at something. I would always recommend to practice on Craft of Exile first whenever you're crafting anything. The if you don't use it often, the emulator on here uh, is very good at saving you lots and lots of currency. Just so you can make mistakes on here and then not waste it in real life, you know. And Juan's dead. Now we just lost 15 divine. Rough life. All right. There's a couple in here that I thought were decent enough to try, but they're deadly is kind of the problem. 49% pack size is what worries me about that one. Reflect Ellie. This is an okay. It's getting the pack size is what's getting crushed. Scarabs I don't really care about. I think this is the one I want to run the most. 76% pack size, which is very high, but it's minus 40% all res, which is very scary, and also fizzes chaos damage. So I'm probably dead. Or actually, my spectres are probably dead. But we go anyways. I thought I had another one that was decent. 57% pack size. I mean, it's scarabs. I'll run it, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. I want to try this one too, but it's a low pack size as well. Reflect, I can do later once I fix the mercenary. I'll run those 3, I think. Give those a go. Do I have an Alice tree for my current Exile strat? Yeah, just go ahead and screenshot that. I don't know if this is worth it or not. I don't know what the originator maps are selling for. I still haven't sold any yet. I I know you can, but I'm just lazy with selling things. And then I'm farming the maps through Abyss with that. Alright, this is my negative 40 max res one, right? Yeah, I gotta play this shit. I mean, I don't even know if I can play careful. I either get good exiles or bad exiles. That's pretty much how this is gonna work. Oh, I also forgot to put on Molten Shell and Rarity. I forgot to switch everything. What else do I need to do? Is automation already in here? Take out Unearth, put in Molten Shell. %200% rarity almost. Okay. Let's see how that goes. When you set up your laptop in the lounge for Craft of Exile, yeah, I don't know. I think if you're new to crafting, Craft of Exile, I don't know. It saved me a lot of currency in the past, making tons of mistakes on there. If it's a craft you're not familiar with, and you can always import like a half-finished item too. I don't think I can tank any volatile core on this right now at -40. But, like you hold Alt Control and like that Control Alt C, and then you can import the item and then finish the craft on there too if you're not sure where to go with it. This guy's gonna just delete me. He needs to die like immediately. Yeah. No way I can tank a Magnus Fire Blast at -40. What we got here? Your husband craftsman Max. Also my son. I normally farm currency for them to spend. Oh no. That's no fun. Giving somebody else your currency to craft is like the least fun way to spend your currency. I mean, that looked pretty good. The rest of this map was pretty underwhelming. I think I die if one of these rolling magma hits me. I believe. Oh, we're at 133% pack size. That's pretty big. It's still like half of what it would have been previously, though, right? With the nerf to the Titanic Scarab. It's like an old school 65. I think these are only going to be good if you can get really big currency rolls on them. Which was way easier to do before. Everything I'm seeing, like all the maps are all 70 now. Just getting one currency roll on there is kind of tough. That was my biggest one too. Do I have another currency? 140% currency, but 50% pack size. Wait, mana bond. Nope. I wonder if the farm I was doing on Freshia, those two rare mods from map, rolling wear on every strongbox, is it still possible, man? I tried it earlier this league with currency and it was terrible. I think it's only good with scarabs. I'm pretty sure. Be a little careful on this one. I got negative 20 all res on this one. And it's going to have 174% increased life. Tanky. Yeah, pack size is 83 compared to the 130 on the other one. That's wild. We actually see some T1 on this one. Two of them, actually, I think. You can almost T1, right? That's a lot of loot still. Fuck. Yeah, with Scarab farming, the amount of Scarabs was ridiculous. Yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. I think Scarabs have just been so nuked this patch, though, because every strategy self-farms their own. I was looking at that. You can see the Valdo video, the 2 mirrors a day. That shit looks kind of insane. Or 2 mirrors in an hour, I think he was what he was saying. That looks like a fun way to start a league. I might challenge myself with that next league. Yeah, the armor stacker guy. Yeah, I bet you it's well, especially since you put that video out, it's gonna drop pretty soon. I don't think you'll get the same value out of the Valdos as he was. I think he even said in the video that it was starting to drop now. Um, but just like as a league starter, I think doing a Valdo build would be kind of insane. But I don't know, to have that he's probably upwards of like 40 or 50 mirrors, I would bet you. 2 weeks into the league, and like it's kind of not fun to play like that. Not that I've ever had 40 mirrors 2 weeks into a league, but I've had like 20, and the league's kind of over once you get that. Like, what else do? You don't have a reason to farm or play the game anymore. It's almost boring to go that fast. Kind of surprised I'm surviving this with negative 20 all res. I only have like 35% spell block too. Man, even the uniques feel a little bit worse than they were. Is Titanic Exiles paying? I would say that it was going absolutely insane on the 18.5s or 16.5s, but now they've nerfed our maps, and it's not. I don't know. I've only done two so far, so I don't want to say anything yet. But it's not looking anywhere close to as good as it was like at the beginning of the VOD, which makes me very sad because I was really excited there for a little bit. But I've only run two maps with the new Tier 17 or the 16.5 8 mods, so maybe it'll get better. I don't know. It may just be that it's a passive tree that I keep, and then once I just cherry pick certain maps here and there, high pack size, high currency maps. But yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be able to run them as consistently as I was hoping with the new change. I wish I would have saw that the patch notes when I first got home from work. I would have just farmed the shit out of some 16.5s. Didn't find out about it until right before it was about to happen. I would say, like if I had to choose the maps that I was gonna run, I'd be looking for like 60% pack size minimum, and then probably I don't know, at least two currency rolls, like 140% plus. I would say would probably be a good Titanic Exile map. Anything other than that, this isn't really looking worth it. Like even the uniques aren't even close to the same. I think you just lose too much pack size, rarity, and quantity from the tier 16 modifiers you get. You're Russian. Oh, sorry, dude. What will be the biggest DPS upgrade after getting Mage Blood? Sorry for all the random questions. It's all good. And sorry for the late response. I didn't see your question. Um, I that's kind of a broad question because I don't know what else you have. In general, I would say your wand is your biggest DPS upgrade, and then your large clusters after that, and then probably getting decent ghastly eye jewels, your rings. Yeah, I don't know. Your wand and your clusters are the biggest though. +2 on the spectre boots is pretty nice, but this is a poison map. Fizzes extra chaos. I'm losing a lot of specters. Poisons and fizzes extra chaos is just really brutal. It really sucks that I can't give him chaos resistance because of where I put my timeless jewel. Couple content removers are move. Couple content creators are moving on to Strat 2, the big ones with a lot of viewers. So yeah, Strat is gonna tank real soon. Which strat were we talking about? I'm half brain dead during the week. 95 degrees out today doing construction. I'm barely awake right now. Oh, the Valdo farming. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I imagine it's dead. As soon as I saw that video, I knew it was going to be dead shortly after. Um, but when I saw it, it just made me think of a league starting situation. Seems like a fun way, challenging way to start a league, especially if you're doing can void characters and stuff like that too. I got a, I got a like the most insane void. What is it? Valdo's map yesterday. It was a mage blood, and it had I think it was like the feared 100% deli, 10% reduced damage per gear you're wearing, void, and like, yeah, it was just like disgusting. I was like, there's no way anyone's gonna want to buy this. And somebody bought it for 200 divines. I was like, you fucking nuts, dude. But I guess they just got that shit down to a science. I put it up for 100 and I got spammed by probably 10 people. I think I opened probably 200 to 300 Valdos boxes and got absolutely nothing this league. And then yesterday I opened Mage Blood, and 2 later I got Headhunter. It's kind of insane. Quote unquote fixed. Yep. They got quote unquote fixed. Yeah, they suck now. No, they don't suck. They're definitely not as good though. Yes. Quote unquote fixed. That is what has happened to them. I've been sick. Another Mage Blood. Am I out of maps? Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty sad, man. That actually is like super disappointing. Because for anyone who just showed up, if you go back to the beginning of the VOD, these maps were going fucking insane, and then they fixed them, which is fair. It needed to be done. They were too broken, but that's very sad. Makes me very sad because I was just getting into the strategy. Way to kill fun right when the majority of casuals made it to 16.5s. That's kind of fucked up when you say it like that. Oh man, everyone else got to profit. Well, yeah, that's rough. I still see potential with Titanic Exiles, but I think you basically need a penance brand that can run the maps in like 2 minutes if you were to do it on regular 8 mod maps. If you're doing it on tier 17s, um, it has to be insane. It has to be something like this, which I would run this, but it's gonna take forever because my mercenary's gonna die because I haven't fixed him yet, and I don't want to run it without Doriani's. Back to boxes after these maps runs out, dude. I think boxes are like probably insane right now. Um, they're probably a steady 30 divine an hour. I would bet you. With your occasional apothecary dupe or Hennicor's lock dupe or whatever. I bet you they're absolutely insane right now. And then what are the fragments going for? I don't have any. Oh, whoa. Why did those go so low? Alright, maybe T-17s aren't that insane to run. Reality's still nice. That's pretty rough for devouring to be that low. Your stash ones will still be good. Yeah, anything that you have will still be good. But yeah, after a couple of days of people farming the old ones that they have, there should be probably mostly be adjusted back to the old garbage ones. I'm kind of curious now. Um, what would I? How do you search for? You search for currency? Oh, these are still cheap. One more pack size though. I'll get bigger pack size. Oh, this was I looking at this wrong? Dunes. Defiled Cathedral. I don't really want a minus 40 max res one though. Oh, they're all minus max res. I mean, I could get away with it. It's just really dependent on the exiles that spawn. Like some will just delete me. If you're minus 40 max res, a couple of those are multi-proj too, which is really deadly. Oh shit, less defenses. All right, see how it goes. Oh, I wasn't. Oh my god, was I not on the exiles the whole time? Maybe that's why my map sucked. Well, this is a really good map, so I guess we're gonna find out. And Wildwood. Oh boy. All right, I really don't want to choke this one. I reduce defenses. I need to be really careful. These wisp balls. Um, I want to find where this blue is. Okay, there's the first blue. Oh, I'm center. I think I'm center, which means I need to cut back. I'm assuming I'm center. If we're gonna risk it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I am center. Okay. I should be able to make it to all. Okay. I gotta get around this. Alright, I don't make it to one. I got a little screwed by that wall there, but this has the potential to be kind of an insane one. Need to regen a little bit here. Actually, I could just take off Ghost Reaver. Do I have good, what's my 200% increased rarity and convert non-unique equipment into gold. Non-unique equipment items. So that doesn't convert currency, right? It just converts non-unique items into gold. I'm a little worried about the 5k energy shield on this map for sure. I'm down a spectre too. Oh, nice. I get one on the first attempt to resummon. Having to do this in map is you get so much bullshit in your desecrate that sometimes it goes really poorly. Takes forever to get a spectre back. Alright, this is a mirror map. Let's get it. Was this negative max res? No. But I do need to be careful for the life on hit so my mercenary doesn't die, which it's already fucking almost dead. Yeah, that life on hit's gonna be tricky. Dude, my mercenary's just getting... I have to play like so slow actually. Because of the 9% life on hit, he's getting really messed up. I don't want to lose him on this. Oh, shit. Gotta put Ghost Reaver back on. I'm gonna kill him last. I'm gonna clear the rest of the map. That's probably one of the most dangerous ones for me right now. He's also doing a lot of damage to the Merc. Ooh, tornado shot seems really... Oh no, don't die, dude. Every one of those tornado shots is gonna hit him for 10% of his HP. And me. Yikes. Oh, that's such a bad mod against Exiles, dude. Fuck. I need to, like, isolate them. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not like that. I mean, I have no HP either, being 5k. It's pretty rough. Less defenses was maybe not the best choice to buy. Made my money back for the map at least. ×3. times 4. He's kind of a problem because he keeps teleporting out of my mercenaries. Dude, this is like half the reason I wanted to self-wear the Dorianis, man. This guy's still alive. I don't know about him. I'll come back for him. Is there any reason to have raise spectre gem over 25? Yeah, because every time you level it, they get more experience and damage, or more life and damage. That's why my specters don't really die too often, other than maybe these insane Titanic Exile maps. What's hitting the mercenaries so hard? It's only a matter of time before I actually lose the mercenary. Just keeps getting hit so hard. It's a lot of really annoying dead exiles on this one. Oh. Hmm. Peripetia. Peripitia? What the fuck is that? Alright, I'm gonna go away from that one too for a second. Try and get a little more value out of the map. The bubble's kind of killing me over there. Oh my god, dude. He does so much damage! Stop! Oh, I lost the mercenary. Yeah, I kind of knew. This guy just throws so many projectiles, and each of them hitting for 10%. Okay. Let's not roll that one again, I guess. But I'm definitely doing that again. Shaper's Touch with 20 all res will be pretty brutal. Increased attack and cast speed. I don't really want to see the ones that are like 4 divine. The deal no damage is really annoying, but the rest of that looks pretty good. Doesn't respond though. I'm kind of okay with the 20 max res as long as it doesn't have like something like 2 additional projectiles. Or like penetrates along with it. That's just suicide. The removes 5% of life is also really rough apparently. It's just too hard to keep the mercenary up through that. Um I can try this, but Shaper's touch might just be really rough with negative 40 max res. almost certain this is nothing, but I can't think of it. What is this off the top of my head? I can't think what it is. Periptia. Oh, that's shield. Oh, that's right. Okay. The div price is going back to normal. Oh man, good. Oh, another Wildwoods. Oh, well, let me get it. I forgot that last one was a Wildwoods too, huh? That's why I was getting so many divines. I bet, dude, that was like legit a mirror map potential. I wish I could have finished it. The less defenses was just insane though. Um. Okay. To be careful I don't get Shaper beamed in here. So what am I at right now? 54 resists. This is where playing a spell suppression build would be nice. Spell suppress build with max res as well. This is the one I started on? Oh, that's right, I only got to 3. Alright, this one should be definitely a lot easier than the last one. Except for the Shaper Beam. We'll see. Running Dunes for Exiles is whack, but is what it is. No! Oh, actually, that doesn't hit that bad. That's gonna be, that's a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Luckily, I got a pretty large buffer. I knew running just like a regular block shield is gonna be better. I don't even think there's a damage difference between losing the Spectre. I was looking at it in the beginning, I was like, I don't... Pretty sure the shield isn't even worth going for, but it would just seem cool to have 10 Spectres. So I did it. Wait, were you in the, You might have been in the altar and I pulled him out. The ritual, I mean. Yeah, this one isn't looking nearly as good as the other one. That's for sure. Pretty sure I cannot tank these at all. 50% all res. Oh, I probably shouldn't have popped this actually. Looks like the last one's on the boss. I still kind of have confidence about that Wisp Atlas node. Well, it's not on him. The last ritual then. Check that, right? Oh, that's all heavy built. What's going on in this fucking ritual, dude? Jesus. Level 93 at the moment. Liking the build. Only 6.7k ES. Hoping to swap to my +1 Spectre chest to get some more ES. Yeah, well, you can always craft like a big ES chest before the +1 Spectre too. I mean, +1 Spectre is obviously very good and a lot of damage, but it's also very expensive. So I wouldn't hold back on your survivability to wait for that much currency if you're choosing to do that. But 6.7k is pretty good. Where does maps go? That one definitely made me feel like a lot less confident in buying them. That's for sure. I'll do that one. Oh shit. Nope. They're all the same thing. It's a lot of life. Be tanky. They all have rare and unique monsters on them. Rare and unique monsters remove 5%, I mean. That's what I was talking about. Uh, it's so deadly, dude. Fuck it, we'll buy it. Is there a way to exclude rare and unique monsters? Like, I don't want to see that one. I'm gonna die to this one so bad, dude. Increase monster damage. Increase attack and cast with minus res. Ooh, it's rough. I mean, they're all deadly. That's why they're selling them, right? Because they don't want to run them. Got your chest on the second fracture? Nice, dude. I got mine on my second fracture too. So lucky. But it took me, my recom with it was horrible. I think it took like fucking 20 quality Twilight chests or something. It was like absurd how unlucky I was getting. On like the 50-50 for, oh. On the 50-50 for, it to take the base that I wanted it to. I think I missed like 9 in a row or something. It's horrible. Wait, is this poisons? I see green shit everywhere. Okay. Scared me. Wonder how rare it is to still get all tier 17 modifiers? Probably pretty rare. But probably not like insane, I would think. I don't really know. I still haven't put a curse back on. Yo, can you... What's happening? 150% pack size. 187% rarity. It's kind of low. I wonder if you were to run the Pinnacle Atlas strategy with maps like this. What is it called? Pandemonium. Dude, this 174% life is insane. Guess it's time to stock up on tier 17s. Yeah, might be. I still think 16.5s will be better, but definitely not light years ahead. like they were, that's for sure. Can you york a tree when you get a chance? Yeah. What, the Exile one? Vertic on mappers being worse, or maps being worse. Sorry, I had to jump in the shower. Yeah, they're definitely way worse, for sure. I mean, you still have the, like, odds to hit a good one. Like, I'm buying them and running them right now, although I'm probably buying pre-patch ones right now, but I keep hitting annulments instead of a divine, which I think that's how Path of Exile works, right? I know Exalted and Divine are on the same, but I think annulment is too, if I'm not mistaken. I think you have a 1 and 3 to hit any of them. I'm positive about that though. Come back actually, or the boss. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel viable with the way I was planning on doing it now that it's been nerfed. And buying the maps, I don't know. I could have been unlucky with the last couple I ran, but they're not really feeling worth a divine at the moment. Feels like a null div exalts are the same, right? Yeah, I think they are. I know, like, for sure Exalt and Divine, basically the game drops T1 and then it gives you the odds to drop one or the other, but I'm pretty confident in nulls in there too. And all these maps I've been running, I keep dropping in nulls. I think I'm just getting a little unlucky with the Divines. This guy runs around so much, man. Can't keep him in the Dorianis. Maybe prices will fix himself now. Can only hope. Been farming them yourself. Just curious how the tree differs. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm running this. This is the sneaky one that I'm messing around with a little bit. I'm trying to clear the whole map out and then do the boss because there was a couple of times where the bosses went absolutely insane because of this, but it's only happened a couple of times. I assume the wisps on the boss need to roll well as your wisp scarab needs to roll well. Also works a lot better on City Square where there's three of them. What scarabs? Risk, Titanic of Legend, Wisp, and Titanic. But I don't know about it yet. That was kind of cool. You still have a 200 quant, 280% rarity, dumped into a 10 div tab. Oh man, get on the exiles with those. That's huge. If they got high pack size too, that's hot. I don't even know what's going on here. Dude, if this would have happened like beginning league, like day two, that's fucking so much currency. Bunch of just random sixlings. Does anybody use this? I have some value, maybe. How much ES your lighted meaning jewel giving? I think it's about 10%. See, I go from 10.5 to 9600. It is 10% when I'm running full. Oh, which I need to be on this. What the hell am I doing? 10.9 to 9.9, yeah. It's a good bit. Yes, without is insane. Yeah, you're able to go pretty high this league because you don't have to wear the Dorianis. It's pretty nice. There could be some good life options available too. I made that guide and I was talking about life versions being terrible, which I do think CIs are probably the best, but most of my exploration around the life side has been while having to wear the Dorianis yourself. But there might actually be some pretty good options for the life build, since you don't have to wear the chest anymore. But I wasn't thinking about that when I made the video. I played this build for like 3 or 4 league/events now, while having to wear the Doriani, so I wasn't really thinking, but trying to keep this guy in. Oh, of course you're gonna run out. Highest pack size is 80%. That's pretty big. Yeah, those might be some kind of insane maps, dude. These have not been like the greatest showcase, but if you go back to the beginning of the VOD, some of the ones I was running were just absolutely insane. Like, I really thought this was going to be a crazy good strategy, but I just think sustaining the maps now is going to be kind of rough outside of just buying them off trade, which even that is going to get more and more difficult as the map pool dwindles from the patch. I'm not completely convinced that 8 mod Wildwood skipping is completely dead. I just don't like doing it on this build. Like, I'd want to go on a build that could go like 3 times faster in Exiles, I think, with probably twice the rarity. And then I would consider doing it again. But doing like 10-minute maps is... that ain't the move. And I'm only at 180% rarity right now. Wretched Defilers are very, very strong, but Exiles definitely kind of pushes it to its limits a little bit. I need to check these more often. I've seen people get like fucking Headhunters and Magebloods and shit out of them, but they just never seem to have anything. I did those 200 maps for the trying to find this mercenary, the the, the Raz Eltree one, and I found 3 exalts off of 1 mercenary. That wasn't even like I got 3 tier 1 currencies. It just all came from 1 mercenary. Everyone else had like 2 chaos orbs. I feel like they nerfed it or something. It was so much better in the beginning of the league. Why does this feel worse? It was so good at the beginning. These are really strong maps. They don't feel like they're really killing it. What did this guy want? Oh yeah, no, I'm not giving you that. What the fuck? Elevated nearby enemies take increased damage. I think 12 star for that. Oh wait, you can get a Maze of the Minotaur map influenced by the originator? Whoa, that's cool. Oh, the is that what people are using it for to get like explosions of the same tier zero uniques? I mean, that does sound pretty busted. Covenant. If only it was League Start. Dude, that guy's fucking insane. How was it dropping the same tier zeros? Like you would just drop the same type, not necessarily the same tier zeros, right? What do I have on this? Oh, this is negative 40 all res. No wonder why that guy was destroying me. I don't know, man. Increased quantity and rarity is like your best, but negative 6,000 basically puts me at dead. Fuck it. Oh, I still have 10k armor. One time it put me at like 300 or something. It was insane. All right, that guy's just not. I'm not feeling it. Gonna try that rig setup in tier 17 fortress for a while. Might farm my own vessels later. Yeah. You know what's funny is I have a bunch of I've got like 40 divines and vessels that I never used. I should try that out. The problem is like what do you do though? Do you just use one vessel? Like what's the optimal setup for the vessel setup? I couldn't figure out what scarab I wanted to get rid of. Remember familiarity pedal skill now converts all drop non-unique items to be the same type previously. Yeah, to the same type, but he was saying that drop the same T0. So like he kind of made it sound like if it dropped its T0 that all of them drops as T0, which seems insane. Ooh. I'm really feeling this negative 40 resist right now. Nowhere's safe. Jesus. One vessel, two wisp is what pro plays is doing since you don't need gigantic. Oh, you don't need gigantic because that makes sense. That makes sense. No legend though? No legend seems crazy. I think you need legend in there. Oh, and that's what you're saying. Two. Wait, what are the other two? I'll try some. Titanic. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it with legend though. Is this map as bad as this one though? Negative 20. Yeah, it is. This is actually, and it's got increased attack. I might just die though. The maps that I'm buying off trade are so fucking deadly, dude. I need to find some like actual good ones. I could self farm them too. I just don't really want to play Abyss anymore. And but like you can still get some really strong maps off Abyss. It's just gonna take 10 times longer as what it was. Buying the uh buying the blood-filled vessels off of TFT seems so sketch too. Like I don't believe the people half the time that they have as many in there as they're saying that they did. You don't care if it's less, it's more fun. Yeah. The Exiles are, dude, just messing around with these, even if they're not paying insane. It's been the most one I've had in the league. And it is only a matter of time before the headhunter drops. I don't know what's hitting me so hard over here, but it's kind of getting annoying. Is this a life map? Oh, it is 170% life, too. Should probably be careful with buying the life with the minus res. Just takes so long to kill everything. If only alterations were still valuable. They always turn around though. Like they'll go to like 10 to 1 or 12 to 1 and then randomly they drop back down to like 5 to 1 later in the league. But I don't know if that'll happen this league or not because of the recom being kind of dead. Soul Eater Wildwood Abomination. Fuck that. I've never seen that thing drop anything worth anything. Can't even use TFT because my Discord got hacked and appeals get ignored. That's rough. I would be very sad if I lost my TFT account, but there are some people that just don't even like to use it. They seem to get by all right. I played many leagues before I knew about it. But yeah, it is convenient for a lot of things, that's for sure. Am I just dead on this map? I don't know if increased attack and cast might be too rough with negative 40. I was going to do the Blood-Filled Vessel, but I had a feeling this map might be a little too much. Okay. Oh, I forgot I'm running the Wisp Scarab. Okay. This is how the normal this is how the normal what the hell is it called? Um 8 mod exiles work too, right? Like you go like 3 maps that were dog shit and you'd just be waiting for the 2000 wisp that you have to roll like semi decent and then you would get a map that dropped like 4 divines. I think that's why I've been a little lackluster so far on the last 2 or 3 that I did in comparison to what they were in the beginning. This shit's so fucking deadly though. It's got volatile cores too? Or is that just a modifier? Yeah, this one's looking a little bit better, A little bit better than the rest. I don't think any of those are actually in this ritual, but we're going to give it a shot anyways. Yeah, unlucky. I can't believe I'm surviving this at minus 40. It's actually kind of insane. Did a biscuit nerfed? Feels like I'm getting a lot less, but might just be unlucky. Probably just unlucky. If you happen to be following my loot filter, then I also cut off half the scarabs because I was tired of picking up scarabs that were like 7 to 1. Chaos Orb. And I have a regex to re-roll them. I did it last night, and it took so fucking long. I think I made like 10 divines off it. I was like, I'm done with that. I'm just scarabs are dead this league to me. This guy's attacks so fast. He's getting worse and worse as he splits apart. I want to break the whole map on this guy. I just can't when he's like so many projectiles hitting so hard. What can I do here? This is a good map. I don't want to lose it. I think we go for a Tempest Shield somehow, some way. These are so fucking expensive this league. It's crazy. Oh no, that's not even where I want to put it. Uh, it's awkward. There's like no cluster that has value right now, right? Oh, I only have one portal left. Oh, I should just run around this guy. Uh, fuck. I can outplay him. Oh my god. Uh, oh, this thing is sick, by the way. 40% increased global defenses for 10% reduced attributes. That's a good one. I need my aggressive one. Wait, maybe I can heal off this guy. If they attack, are you kidding me? Attack! Dude, minions are so shit without aggressive. Why is it even something you have to put on your item? Like, it should just be a toggle. Having to buy something to improve their AI is insane to me. Nah, dude, I definitely want Flesh and Stone in for this. I just wanted to have a Tempest Shield on backup, though. Thinking about switching out into it in some cases. There's Lothas. I forgot Shaper was here. I have a good bit of currency, dude. But no more divines, I guess. 3D Starfall creator. I don't have any exiles in there. This game's lame, dude. We're gonna follow your loot filter. You can just look up the account name. I think I might not have it posted in this. I usually have it posted, but I'll pull it up after this. Pathofexile.com. It's that right there. You just have to search that probably in Google, I would imagine. You should be able to follow the loot filter. I need to look at it though, because I was messing with it today. I was turning off chaos orbs and shit, and some scarabs, which I put the chaos orbs back on, but um, I think it would be the second one. Or no, yeah, it would be this one. I'll just delete this. Yeah. I was trying to make a copy of the existing one and then make a second one, and I know there's a way to do it, but I did it wrong. I couldn't figure it out. Because I wanted to make it an even more strict one after the Divine Orbs tanked. Oh, yeah, they are coming back down. Well, that's good. Yeah, when you get up to like 250 Chaos for a Divine, man, a lot of strategies start to kind of suck. No, they don't feel good. Like Scarabs especially. Takes forever to get a Divine off Scarabs when they're that bad. This is a good map. It's got the remove life on hit, which is like kind of brutal, but um, there's no defensive modifiers on them, so hopefully they won't survive long enough for it to be an issue. I want to try out these blood-filled vessels. It's just actually can't tell if they're giant or not. Okay, so I know I definitely want to run a legend. Gotta run Titanic, obviously. I'm thinking two Wisp. I'm thinking like one vessel and that is gonna be the best. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, do you still run it? You should still run Anarchy, right? What else would you run? What is Corrupting Tempest again? Used to be a thing back in the day, but I don't remember what it is. Dropped items are corrupted. Okay, got it. Yeah, there's something else I think that would be very good. All right, Anarchy it is. Wait, how do I have a giant one? And why is he immortal? What? What's going on here? Whatever. What is happening on this map? Is my deli bugged or something? I think the deli was at 100% somehow. Oh, he's Soul Eater. Oh, shit. And he was not a giant. He was just big. Okay. I'm just not paying attention. Mercenary's going down. Alright, I'm giving up, dude. I'm done with the increased damage. They're so unreliable. I don't know why. Against Titanic Exiles, they just stop attacking so much. I don't know what the deal is. Oh, dude, not a temporal bubble on this guy. This is Merc Death. God damn it, dude. Hope you have a good stream. Found a section of boot crafting in one of your old lives. Curious what the expected cost to craft would be. Assuming just get unlucky. Like assuming that I got unlucky during that craft, or... Or do you mean, like, what would the cost be if I were to assume that you get unlucky? Like, when you go to do it. Oh, if I got unlucky? Okay. I don't know. To be honest, off the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to look at the, I have to look at the current prices of things. One of the most expensive parts is the, uh, getting the shit elevated. The mercenaries just going down here. Man, I'm gonna have to be kind of careful with the exiles I choose in the blood-filled vessels. Especially mostly if I pick a map that removes 10% of life. Like if I pick something fast-hitting like I did, then there's really no surviving it. That might be like the worst mod I can pick, I think. Anyone using Freezing Pulse this league? Yeah, let's take a look at what do they cost? Awakener's Orb is 4 divines. You should only need 1 to 2 of those. Hopefully only one. As long as you don't break your boots after you recom. Or not recom, but awaken on. Where are the rest of the orbs at? I always forget the name of the oh, dominance, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, they're pretty expensive. I mean, you're probably going to need at least like 6 of those on average. So, I don't know, man. Like 40 divine. If you get them lucky, 80 divine. Sounds about right. Got to lock prefixes quite a bit, so you'll want to buy those beasts. Or lock suffixes, I mean. I was mostly just wondering if it was like 50 to 100. Yeah, 50 to 100 for sure. I think you could probably get around about probably 50. Yeah. If it gets unlucky, yeah, like maybe 80. They're not too bad to craft. I still do some okay damage without the mercenary, but I gotta stop buying that mod. Every time I buy it, it crushes me. Settle pair for 60 div. Yeah, these are great. I'd rock those. When you're doing the +3 max fire res, they're a lot worse to craft. Which you could go that route. I think I'm gonna end up keeping the shield, and you can get +3 max fire res on this if you get lucky. It's kind of a pain in the ass to craft, but then you can open up your boots to get like giga boots because you can use like 20 bases for the Hinocor's lock. Probably not literally 20, but at least 10. So you just get insane value out of them. Holy shit, this map's gonna take forever. Dude, the Mercenary Doriani's thing is kind of cool, but I'm not gonna lie, I sort of like the build more without it. 90% res with the shield? Yes, sir. We are 90 all res. But I did a build, I did one before where I put +3 on this and I didn't put it on the boots, and it's also very good. With Mage Blood, you can also go Aegis Aurora. It's a lot less damage, but you're like unkillable. But you need the Armor Flask with Aegis Aurora for it to do anything. And you also want to get more block, obviously. Okay, I need one. There's no way to exclude modifiers, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not. They all have the mod on there, man. It's like every single one. I'll do a -20, but I don't want to do it with penetrates and multi-projectile. That's a little rough. What we got here? Oh, this one's super easy. What the hell? My daughter just said $5 in the swear jar, Jay. Oh no. Oh man. I'm the worst. I was in the military and I work in construction. I have no filter. Oh, this guy doesn't respond. It sucks. Yeah, my language is pretty bad. I should try to improve it, but I just don't have to. This is super deadly too, but I think I can survive it. Even though that's why your kids love the swear jar, making them rich over there. Minus 20 and penetrates, but nothing else. And 250% currency. Kind of a banger. If I can survive. Oh, it's 8:30? Alright. Whatever the next one is my last one, then I gotta go. No one wants to sell me their maps, though. Here we go. Oh, wait, I can use his recombinator? You think his has better luck than mine? Kerms? Okay, I wanna find some. That one looks fun. I think it's a ruckus. Kind of feels bad to get a ruckus without gigantification. Can I get my spectre back that's down? Oh, nice. I got it again. Forgot to summon it after last map. Is the shock point on your elegant hubris doing anything? Um. Oh, I forgot I have that. The shock point. I don't have a shock point. Yeah, I mean that wouldn't do anything for me. Anytime you increase your own, like if I increase my effective shock, it doesn't do anything for my minions. This version of the strategy is cool. The only problem is at least when I went to buy them, the blood-filled vessels were a little insane. Probably would have been worth it if I adjusted the strategy a little bit, but now having to buy the blood-filled vessels plus the maps, probably not worth. But I also haven't looked at them in a long time. I don't know how if there's still a divine per exile that you have in there or not. Oh, dude, I was not paying attention. I'm kind of surprised I can't tank that. At what damage type is that? What's the Uber circle? That was 90 all res and 11 KE. That's not enough. There's so many circles, dude. Deadly damage types? Yeah, apparently. They're so weird because like sometimes at 5k yes you can take them no problem, and then other times apparently at 11k you can't. An accuracy fracture. But only this was Path of Exile too. Do you recall the Pandemonium? That they did in Sellers? I do recall it. I was actually messing around with it a little bit in this league, but it was nowhere close to as good. Um, but I don't think I tried it on um 16.5s. I never revisited it after the whole corrupt thing came out. I kind of wish I would have, because it might have been insane with the pack size you were able to get. It was a Salem. The hardest part of this ritual is trying to dodge the damn Elder Circles. Oh, well, that's two bricked. GG. Alright. I think that means it's time for food in bed. I don't know. Something could be designed around it. There's certainly a lot of fun still. That's for sure. Make Mage Blood. Just kidding. There's certainly still a lot of fun. What did I make? I made negative currency tonight. So, I guess there's that. No, I'm kidding. I think I started the night out with like 10 or something. 19 divine. Huge. I must have spent some stuff. Did I buy anything? Because I felt like I was dropping a lot of divines. The strategy was feeling nice for a bit. It does feel pretty reliant on Mage Blood dropping though, compared like to have it beat out other strategies. Dropped a lot of random ass uniques. Can I get a can I get a good dragon fight finally? Is today the day? Shrapnel ballista. Today is not the day. Forbidden Right. Oh, 40 chaos. Up for 4 days. Yeah. Meh. It's alright. Might throw in a risk here just to help with pack size. Yeah, I think that's what I was trying early on. Is I was trying to do Pandemonium with some risk setup and stuff. I think if you got a big pack size 16.5 roll with like the old, like the 80% pack size, and then like maybe a risk Arab on top, it could go kind of insane. I still don't think it'll be anything close to what it was though. And like the biggest, aside from the Titanic getting nerfed, but also the glittering got crushed too, because the glittering used to give quantity like 100%, right? So that strategy got hit pretty hard in a couple different ways. But who knows? You were also able to get a Mage Blood every 40 maps, which is fucking insane. So, um, even if you could get it like, close to, hopefully over half is good, but anywhere around close, like a Mage Blood in 80 maps with how cheap these scarabs are now could be pretty good. What's Pandemonium? 26, yeah. Shit's so dirt cheap. Could be alright. But, alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am out. I need to eat. I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out. I'll see you next time.